Along with his brothers, Drogon and Rhaegal, Viserion was raised since birth by Daenerys Targaryen. However, after being fatally wounded and then resurrected, Viserion has now fallen under the command of his new master, the Night King. Under the Night King, Viserion will blast away the wall in East Side with his now blue flame, allowing the army of the dead to enter the Seven Kingdoms. Hello fellow collectors, it's Dr.Vankman channel back again, and today we're going to have a look at the Game of Thrones TV series Viserion the Ice Dragon action figure from McFarlane Toys. It's actually the new line of Game of Thrones figures which features the unscaled fantasy flying creatures, and for the scale is going to be more close for the McFarlane Dragon series that we saw in the past. But for the 6 and 7 inch scale collectors who care about the scale, it's going to be a bit disappointing release. Actually, from the beginning, we already knew that the dragon's going to be produced unscaled, comparing with the figures. But in the day I waited the parcel from McFarlane, I really expected that the package going to be about to this size, not how they actually did with this dragon. If you look at the package, you will see a tiny dragon inside. And yes, I admit that Demogorgon creature made in 10 inch scale for 7 inch scale figures, but at least if McFarlane could make the figure that could perfectly fit in the package of this size, it's definitely changed situation. So I'm pretty sure that the Alduin dragon from the Elder Scrolls series Skyrim that McFarlane presented on Toy Fair 2018 going to be even more small considering the scale. In terms of the packaging, it's a special brand new designed window box that's totally different from what we've seen with the other Game of Thrones figures. On this side of the box we have a close-up image of the dragon figure, and on the other side there is a prototype image of the complete Viserion figure. The Game of Thrones title can be found on each side of the package, even on the top here, while the back side features another Viserion prototype picture along with other action figures from Game of Thrones line, and I have already collected all of them. So let's go open up this package and take a look at what's inside. As the other figures of Game of Thrones line, Viserion has an amazing level of detailization. He stands about 16.5 inches wingspan wide and sculpted pretty much well, showcasing his ice dragon form from the season 7 finale of Game of Thrones. With detailization, there is a lot of spikes covering the body all the way down, from the head to spine, and also the tail. We can see a lot of details on the wings, and nice work with texture with these long fingers. Some holes on the wings just remind us that the dragon actually came from the world of dead. The body is also fully textured, the chest as the other parts covered with dragon scales. The legs has impressive work too with the details, which kind of textured like the dinosaur skin, and we can see that they are not symmetrical. Nice work with the painting. The eyes has a very saturated blue, like the White Walkers. The silver grey highlights above the dark blue, which covering over the body and just bring out all the details. In general, we have a really great level of detailization for such a small figure like this. As available option, Viserion can be displayed on elevated base, which comes included in this package, and it's kind of snowy top of the mounting, nice textured and painted, of white and some blue washing on it, and really nothing at the bottom section. Also we have a steel pole with the ball joint on the top, which connect into the dragon. And this part of course very easy port into the base, right there, where it fits perfectly. So let me get the dragon on the stand and keep it on the flying pose for a while. And then we also get the removable burst of the Dragon Blue Fire, which actually made from translucent plastic, with the blue and white mixed here, which makes nice flame effect. For attach it, all you do is just blocks right in his mouth. And that's the way he comes from the package. With the articulation possibility, it's going to be something special, because not every day we can see a review of flying creatures. With the head, it's kind of pity that there's no articulation of the jaw, so it can be displayed only with open mouth as is. There are 3 points of articulation, one at the head, at the midsection of the neck, and where the neck meets the body. The head rotates all the way around, with another midsection here, as well as the neck with the same 360 degrees swivel. It's also slightly hinged up and down, and makes some movements to the left and to the right, but not too much, because the joints here actually too close together. Viserion's wings span 60.5 wide and features up and down movement with the ratchet joint, and the additional option of universal swivel joint, which has the rotation all the way around. So you can hinge the wings all the way up, or hinge it all the way down, displaying dragon in flying pose. With the legs articulation, they are basically just on swivel with very simple forward and back motion. And with the tail, which has 4 points of articulation, the upper joint hinge up and down, and has the rotation swivel of 360 degrees. The 3 lower joints in hierarchy has the same rotation swivel. It hinges down a little bit, but it's still just a swivel. And once again we can see the same movements with the other joints at the very end of the tail. In total, with the movable tail, legs, wings and neck, we have 11 points of articulation. And of course there is a pivot on the base, which allows the dragon to rotate, hinge and tilt in all the way around. So let's move on to the size comparison, and here's how it's flying around the other Game of Thrones figures from McFarlane Toys. Of course it's definitely out of scale, but if you imagine that he is flying somewhere very far from the characters, the scale doesn't look so bad. And here's Viserion next to Alduin Dragon from the Elder Scrolls Skyrim universe, and his looks much smaller. Here's Viserion next to Middle-earth, the Lord of the Rings, Fell Beast Dragon. I'm still keeping this creature in the package, so I apologize for it, but you can see the huge difference between wing size, whereas Viserion looks much smaller again. And here's Viserion next to one of the dragon in my collection, where you can see the same difference in the scale. And here's Viserion next to NECA Da Vinci Flying Machine from the Assassin's Creed video game, where once again he looks much smaller. And here's Viserion next to another NECA flying creature, Balrog from the Lord of the Rings. And as you can see, in all cases it's the most small dragon along with the other flying figures in my collection. The Ice Dragon Viserion, ladies and gentlemen, as the very first dragon of HBO's Game of Thrones line, and the new dragon that also can be a part of McFarlane's Dragon series. Overall, it's a really neat looking dragon with impressive level of detailization and quite good range of motion. And the cool thing that Viserion can be fully displayed on the special elevated base, which is a nice addition to this a bit disappointing release. Anyway, if you like this dragon, you can also find in the stores the dragon which is available now, and the other brand new dragons which coming in November. And of course, for some people who enjoyed the McFarlane's Dragons line in the past, definitely will love this figure, because eventually it's a great figure from the Game of Thrones TV series on the epic final season. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to check my other reviews that have covered Game of Thrones line, there's a special playlist on my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe and make sure to hit notification bell to not miss any new content. Stay tuned guys, and more videos are gonna be also coming your way. It was Dr.Vankman channel, thank you for watching, and see you next time.
This is Peter Venkman saying, see you then.